Rides a Dread Legion by Raymond E. Feist. Read by Peter Joyce. Chapter 1. Warlock. The demon howled its outrage. Amarantha, warlock of the Sotumbria, reeled backwards from the unexpected explosion of mystic energy hurled at him. Had his protective wards not been firmly established, he would have died instantly. The demon responsible was powerful enough to force through the barrier and slam the magic user hard against the cave wall behind him. The blow Amarantha took on the back of the head was going to raise a nasty bump. Demons always carried a large amount of mystic energies, enough to destroy any unprepared mortal standing nearby as the monsters entered this plane of reality. It was one of the reasons for erecting wards, beyond merely confining the demon to a specific location. This one had arrived with a much more impressive explosion than the warlock anticipated, and had surprised him. Amarantha incanted a single word, a collection of otherwise meaningless syllables that together formed a key, a word of power that activated a much more complicated enchantment. A trick taught to him years before that had often meant the difference between controlling a summoned demon effectively and dismemberment at its hands. The word strengthened the ward spell that now confined the creature. Amarantha regained his feet as the demon continued to howl at discovering himself summoned and confined. Experience had taught the warlock that demons rarely objected to being summoned, as they found this world easy to plunder, but they hated being trapped and controlled. Their hate was the one thing that made Amarantha's area of study problematic. His subjects kept trying to kill him. He took a deep breath to calm himself and studied the enraged conjuration. The demon was not a type he recognized, though obviously a battle demon of some sort. Amarantha knew more about demons and their nature than any mortal on Midkemia, but still possessed only a tenth of understanding he wished for. This specimen was new to him. He didn't have exhaustive knowledge of every demon in the fifth circle, but he recognized its basic type. Massive upper torso, roughly human in design, with a bull's head, or at least something that resembled a bovine. Long, forward-arching horns, giving weight to its minotaur-like appearance. As he began to conjure a spell designed to immobilize any demon, Amarantha wondered if such a monster had been the basis for the ancient myth of the minotaur. Its legs were almost goat-like, but there anything remotely familiar about the creature ended. Its body was covered in some black substance up to its waist, though it was no wool, hair, or fur that Amarantha recognized. Its upper body looked like it was made from black leather, but slick and shiny, as if its skin had been tanned, dyed, and highly polished. Its horns were blood-red, and its eyes burned like hot coals. From the howls shaking the cave, Amarantha could tell that the demon's disposition was getting nastier by the second. The creature even looked on the verge of rending its way through wards that should be impenetrable, though Amarantha knew better than to place too much stock in the word should when a demon was involved. He finished strengthening his spell of confinement and saw the demon step back a moment, shudder, then return to battering the wards, accompanying his renewed efforts with even louder bellowing. Amarantha's eyes widened slightly, his only outward concession to surprise. The demon had just shrugged off a spell designed to immobilize any conjured entity. Looking at the raging demon, the warlock of Sotumbria stroked his chin whiskers and considered what he observed. He was a vain man by any measure, and had his servant trim his beard and hair weekly, knowing exactly how it should look each time. His receding hairline had caused him to let his dark hair fall to his shoulders, and his dark brows and pointed chin-beard gave him an appropriate cast for his calling in life, a summoner of demons. Or at least made him look the part for those willing to pay gold for his services. Adjusting his purple robe,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?